Superstorm Sandy hit our shores.
Okay, let me address something here. I understand that they are playing this video because of Hurricane Sandy hitting the New Jersey area among other places, but that doesn't get us pumped up for WrestleMania. I can understand what they're trying to say here, but now I feel bad at the start of WrestleMania.
Welcome to WrestleMania.
WrestleMania NY and J? Couldn't you have just said 29? But there's no America the Beautiful singing like there usually is.
WrestleMania.
This is literally the second time they say welcome to WrestleMania. I think we already knew where we were the first time you said it. This was among one of the worst choices for the WrestleMania theme song. Coming Home is a good song, but when you hear it, WrestleMania doesn't come in your head. This does not get us pumped up for WrestleMania in any way. Also, there's no opening pyro even though it's dark enough to see the pyro.
Will he have another WrestleMania moment this year?
WrestleMania moment. Randy Orton kicking off WrestleMania is a sin because he is one of the top stars in the company. The cameraman panned the camera up due to the size of the Big Show, then realized he was pointing a little too high.
Well, if the Shield is coming through this crowd, it could take him a couple of hours to get to the ring.
Even though the Shield got to the ring quicker at this event than they would at most events.
WrestleMania 24 when he won the WWE Championship.
Actually, Randy retained the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 24.
When this team...
Why aren't you tagging in the Big Show? That's the second time you two have just completely ignored Show.
How you refer to him? I think he's just a whack job.
Or a lunatic. How ironic that Jerry referred to him as a whack job.
Oh, and right to the knee.
Show clearly jumped when Dean delivered the dropkick. Dean removed his vest. Not really Shield like now, is it?
Reach out. Randy Orton makes the tag, though.
Randy is a dick to the Big Show.
Get your back, Randy. Seth Rollins RKO by Orton.
Foreshadowing WrestleMania 31, but since I didn't remove a sin for that even better RKO 2 years later, I will not remove a sin for this one. I'll just leave the score at that. Randy landed too late from the spear.
Oh, and a KO to Sheamus.
Sheamus deserved that.
And one to Orton.
So did Randy.
Last year at WrestleMania.
This bullshit rematch between The Rock and John Cena doesn't begin for another 3 damn hours, and already we are shown the promo video for that match. Why are you hyping us up for something we never gave a shit about in the first place?
I told every single person that I needed to win that match, and I failed. You don't know what that does to a man. It makes you feel worthless.
Apparently losing a match to The Rock makes you feel worthless. If anything, I'd be happy that I competed against The Rock in the first place.
You were responsible for my collapse, both professionally and personally.
John blames Rock for divorcing his wife. If anything, that was your own fault too. You chose the WWE Universe over your damn wife. Snooki, previously on WWE. Oh, now Ryback has pyro, even though later on it's still going to be nothing but sound. The sin here is this is the only time he actually has pyro. Tweets. After seeing so many bear hugs, I think Mark just wants to hug Ryback rather than defeat him. And the fact that Ryback is able to turn his body around while in the bear hug further supports my belief that Mark just wants a hug.
He's not going to try to get this big man up for the shot.
You guys have seen John Cena lift up the Big Show for an attitude adjustment, yet you think Ryback lifting up Mark Henry is impossible? Really? Mark wins by falling on Ryback? That's seriously how this match ends? I mean, congrats Mark, but Ryback went down that easily?
Ryback spinebuster to Henry!
Post-match assault.
I'm going to get involved in a 3-way if I can here.
Whoa, Jerry, they're just toys. No need for 3-ways.
Mysterio beat you in one of the shortest matches in WrestleMania history. I was sick that day.
Excuses.
Big E Langston in his first match in WWE.
So Big E Langston was on the main roster for 4 months and hasn't competed in a match until now? Why? Why was he just hanging around being the muscle for someone to not compete? Previously again on WWE.
Have you ever seen this happen to Kane? Never.
Bullshit. So many wrestlers have powered out of the chokeslam from Kane. Don't lie, John.
She's been on more manhunts than the FBI.
What? We interrupt WrestleMania 29 to bring you WrestleMania 28. That creepy stare from AJ made me piss myself. Also, more tweets. Also, this is the second match in a row that we see a load of tweets.
Dolph Ziggler took advantage!
Fail, Miss Sir.
By
the time Big E landed on Kane, the referee could have hit the mat for the 3 count, but the referee decides to hesitate before counting 3. Why am I reminded of someone else who famously used that move? The bell rang exactly when the referee said 3. Imagine if it was only a 2 count and the bell still rang. Even though there were a lot of hot chicks dancing here, the cameraman focuses mainly on the one in front. Why just her? You banging her or something? That statue is a discount Elvis. I'm actually surprised that Fandango didn't suddenly stop and say he wasn't going to compete because of Lillian not getting his name right, as that was his shtick the last few weeks. Previously once again on WWE. Jesus.
WrestleMania, brought to you by...
Skip.
Watch these moves. Look at the footwork.
This isn't ballroom dancing, you idiot. Get to competing.
Against a guy who's never had a wrestling match here.
Except under his gimmick as Johnny Curtis. Third match in a row with a load of fucking tweets. Jesus, this is getting contagious. This is WrestleMania, not hashtag Twittermania.
Fandango trying to take advantage. He got it. He got it. Oh my God.
This was sadly the only accomplishment in Fandango's entire career in WWE so far. With what WWE is doing with him these days, it's hard to believe that Fandango defeated Chris Jericho at WrestleMania in his debut match. Previously on WrestleMania 29. Why? Why are you showing another promo for The Rock and John Cena? The result of this upcoming match is... well, I'm going to annihilate that match when I get to it. But since this is the second time we're getting a promo for this stupid rematch, I'll give it 2 sins. A nearly 10-minute musical performance that does nothing for WrestleMania at all. This is basically the bathroom break moment of WrestleMania, considering nobody asked for a random live performance. I got nothing against Sean Combs, but live music is not what people paid for. Holy shit, Jack Swagger's entrance was not shown, and by the looks of that vehicle, it was a customized entrance too. I don't care why WWE did not show Jack's entrance. Not showing an entrance at WrestleMania like it's a jobber on Raw is disgusting in ways that deserves major punishment.
When did we let them take over?
This entire gimmick is a dick to non-Americans while being a dick to Americans at the same time, which is dumb as hell, minus the "We the People" chant. Alberto is not pronounced with 2,000 O's, you know.
It's so much more than a match. I think even more than the championship riding on this.
No, it's just a match for the world title.
Only 30% of the world champions have retained at WrestleMania.
Michael believes Alberto will lose the title because of the previous odds of retaining at WrestleMania.
He's like, I'm just control.
That looked more like Jack intentionally threw himself into the ring post.
Del Rio tries to foot back into this thing.
Del Rio tries to foot back into this thing.
Oh, you like it when Zeb gets kicked, but if something happens to Ricardo, you defend it.
JBL would be great at CinemaSins 2 expansion. 4th fucking match in a row with tweets. This pay-per-view has been infected with rows of tweets.
Agree with what he's saying. Oh, and Swagger right to the knee.
Overselling because Alberto jumped a little late from that chop block, and that random corkscrew he did too. Since Ricardo always speaks Spanish, I wonder why he's counting in English rather than Spanish. More stupid trends.
You're assaulting the champion. We should.
Well, of course he's assaulting Alberto. It's a world title match. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got to remove 5 sins for CM Punk's awesome entrance with Living Colour playing their song Cult of Personality. And I'd also like to say that this is the only time where I believe live music at WrestleMania should be played. For a superstar's entrance, not for no reason at all. But I want to say that after a 434-day reign as WWE Champion, why was CM Punk not in the main event? Why did they choose him to face The Undertaker? Everyone already knew that he never stood a chance against Taker at WrestleMania. Paul Heyman holding the urn like it's a jar of cookies or something. Entrance full of demons was not as great as CM Punk's entrance, but I'll still remove a few sins for it.
Great Paul Bearer.
CM Punk playing with the urn like it's a toy. More stupid trends.
Commentating. You shortened my career.
Hi, you got scared.
Are we going to see it here? Old school. It's CM Punk.
The fact that Undertaker didn't immediately walk the rope proves that an obvious counter was obvious.
2012 was his year.
Yet he was barely in the main events of those pay-per-views.
Top ropes. And delivering old school.
The copyright infringement sin is dead, but the sin here is CM Punk was the only one to actually hit old school in this match.
I believe he might have caught his head on the steel post.
Undertaker botched the leg going on the top rope thing he does whenever someone moves out of the way from that kick in the corner.
Really trying to add for this part of the match.
CM Punk actually thinks that doing old school twice would work.
Punk screaming old school.
CM Punk fell on his own accord. Undertaker didn't counter whatsoever. Punk just landed on the ropes due to his own clumsiness. Hi.
Ooh, and now it may be up.
Bye.
Look out. Oh my God. And a table.
No, don't attack me. I still have to come out later tonight with Brock Lesnar. Also, possible epic moment prevented by Paul's interference. Ha! After getting kicked, Undertaker had to push himself onto the table to get in a proper position, and he slowly fell too.
Here he comes!
Haha, the table didn't break.
I think, no!
That was the fastest tombstone I have ever seen, and it almost seemed like Undertaker was about to drop Punk too. Way too common these days to be amazing.
Referee!
Really? One slap in the chest and the referee acts like he took a lot of damage? That was weird. Also, referee knocked down a crucial point in match cliche.
Punk used the urn! Undertaker stays alive!
Those who actually believe that the streak was over following an urn shot to the neck are dumb as fuck. Because of the slow movements and count, it was obvious that Undertaker would survive. While this was a pretty good match, and one of the best of the night too, there was no epic moments in it whatsoever. I was disappointed with the lack of moments that said the streak is gonna end. At no point in this match did I believe that CM Punk had beaten the streak, not even that urn shot to the neck, because after everything we've seen Undertaker go through over the years at WrestleMania, we all knew he would kick out of that. And so, there you go, CM Punk is the final victim of the streak before it was conquered a year later. Another goddamn promo for Rock vs. Cena. This is the third damn one. Please stop it. We already know they're competing against each other in a match we don't care about. Really? The last two matches of WrestleMania 29 are rematches? And besides, this match was also predictable. Everyone figured Triple H would defeat Brock Lesnar considering Brock won the first time, and just so the kids can be happy. Also, why is Shawn Michaels shown here but Paul Heyman is not? He's accompanying Brock to the ring, so why isn't he on this?
In which Triple H's career is on the line.
Can't you just say it's a career-threatening match? That's basically what this match is. Also, why bother putting Hunter's career on the line if he's just going to win anyway and stay the next number of years? I'll be honest, when I began sitting this event, I completely forgot that Hunter's career was on the line in this match.
Shawn Michaels!
I love Shawn Michaels, but I know that he's the only reason Hunter defeated Brock. Did you ever notice that Brock only lost to Hunter when Shawn was around, and the other two times that Shawn wasn't around, Brock won? Seriously, who gives a shit about Hulu, especially during the motherfucking entrance of Shawn Michaels?
Brock Lesnar!
Wait, Brock's next? Wasn't Shawn coming out to be with Hunter? Why isn't Hunter's music playing? Why is Brock coming out next? Brock's pyro is so intense you can barely hear it.
Brock Lesnar, Brad Ryan.
Okay, seeing this fan bounce into Brock's music is fine. I do it all the time when Brock shows up. I admit it. But the scary smile on his face creeps me out. No offense, but I actually shivered the first time I saw that look. Also, the guy on the right looks bored as fuck. Epic entrance by Hunter, ruined by the dry ice on his chest. Must suck for him for two reasons. Most importantly, the burns he received because of that. Second, it looks like somebody... Yeah, never mind, I don't want to say it. Just count it.
It's no holds barred.
I've honestly never heard as much reminders of a match being no holds barred until I watched this one, so I'm gonna count us in for every time they gave a reminder.
No holds barred. No holds barred.
It's no holds barred.
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 No holds barred. Big massive knees and already these.
Looked like Brock just fell out of the ring on his own instead of Hunter pulling him out.
If he loses,
Bat stairs.
Brock Lesnar.
Jesus, Brock could have broken his neck right there. Is Hunter actually trying to kill him here?
Triple H tried to use.
Brock scared that kid.
And Triple H with a high knee.
Brock was legit knocked out from that.
Not gonna be for the faint of heart.
My chair.
The WWE Championship at WrestleMania.
I don't know what to do with you, so I guess we should go back outside the ring. So do you. Also, average everyday YouTube comment toward me. Jesus, I'm getting pissed off at the many times we've seen Twitter trends and tweets appear in these matches. Almost every single one of them with the exception of the opening match.
what's out here?
Now Triple H.
That was one of the softest landings on the table that I've ever seen. Is it wrong that I laughed at this? Okay, now you're just being a show-off. Also, Brock's scream inspires many to edit the famous human goat scream over his own. Check it out.
Triple H won't stay down, I can guarantee you that. But he should.
But he might should? Either say he might or he should, because might should makes no sense at all.
This what the game is doing here again. What a great throw.
Actually, I believe this was the birth of Suplex City. There are so many events where I think that Suplex City was born.
Fighting for his family, his career.
Brock wasting his time stalking Shawn. Why do superstars like Shawn Michaels always land on their side from the F5? Ah, you failed. That was on his shoulder, you idiot.
Lesnar is untamed.
No shit. What are you, The Undertaker?
Get off the shoulder.
Hunter was watching Brock the whole time and could have moved out of the way at any moment.
What?
Brock doesn't immediately go all UFC on Hunter following that slap. Brock constipated Lesnar. Hell no he won't. It's Brock fucking Lesnar. Paul randomly hits the ring with a chair to test its strength. Hunter lands on steps. He locks the hold back in. He gets thrown into the steps again. He locks the hold back in again. Now that's what you call delaying the match. Hunter must have lost his voice with that roar.
Are you kidding me?
Have you guys ever noticed that every time Brock lost by pinfall since his return in 2012, it was due to taking a finisher on the steel stairs? I think I just found out Brock's weakness. Randy Orton, if you're watching this, deliver the RKO to Brock on the stairs. It'll work. Donald Trump in the WWE Hall of Fame is a sin on its own.
We are proud to have set an attendance record in our home.
Even though the attendance record of MetLife Stadium was over 82,000 before this event. What, no promo before the match? Oh, right, I forgot. They've been showing promos for this all night long. Also, at least customize your entrances instead of casually coming out to the main event of WrestleMania. Finally, I get to annihilate this. First thing I want to say is this match completely destroyed the advertising of Once in a Lifetime from the previous WrestleMania. Everyone knows that once in a lifetime means that it never happened before, and it will never happen again, so this is twice in a lifetime. Also, just because it's for the WWE title doesn't mean that it didn't break the once in a lifetime tagline. Next, this was literally the most predictable main event in the history of WrestleMania, next to 2016's event. The Rock walks in as champion. He's ironically not scheduled for any future events anytime soon, and John Cena lost the previous year and whined, bitched, moaned, and cried like a little brat that didn't get what he wanted at Walmart about losing the previous year. Also, John can't take losing to The Rock like a man. And while we're on that subject, why don't you just challenge Stone Cold Steve Austin or something? He's honestly a greater wrestler to conquer than The Rock. No offense. And of course, everyone knew this match would happen well before they shouted Happy New Year 2013. The Rock was going to face the WWE Champion at the Royal Rumble, while John entered the Royal Rumble match. Jeez, who could have seen this coming? This is the most unnecessary rematch in the history of WrestleMania. Also, this match exists. Also, how the fuck did this match win Match of the fucking Year when it was one of the worst main events in WrestleMania history? Why is the referee checking for weapons here while the rest of the superstars competing in regular matches on this night were never checked for weapons?
Very important match for Cena. A must-win.
Just like last year, but the only reason this match exists is because he couldn't take losing like a man.
A loss to The Rock which led to a downward spiral, both in his career and his professional life.
Isn't his career and professional life the same thing?
Today he hopes to right all those wrongs.
Winning against the guy you lost to the previous year doesn't erase the fact that you did lose to him.
But the Cena you see in here today is not the Cena I face. Cena is so much better than the one in 2004.
That was in 2005 that he beat you for this first title, John.
But if he loses to The Rock twice at WrestleMania back-to-back, there will always be the big game stigma against him.
Shawn Michaels lost to The Undertaker 2 WrestleManias in a row and you don't see him complaining about it. The first 6 to 7 minutes of this match is slow movements, stare downs, or John taking a breather outside. We're already bored that this match exists, but geez, just get it over with already.
He beat Cena last year, he beats him again. He has to be considered the greatest.
The Rock is already one of the greatest. He has nothing to prove anymore.
A victory over The Rock tonight would cement his legacy.
No, it wouldn't. And more damn trends for the final match of the night. Also, I'm surprised that hashtag this match sucks isn't trending.
It's not a better guy in the locker room.
One clearly missed kick and John is sent sailing out of the ring.
Well, and he went into a downward spiral. He admitted that. He wasn't the same for a year.
What about when he lost to John Laurinaitis? That is more humiliating than losing to The Rock. How come John didn't go into a downward spiral because of that?
He decided he was going to make 2013 John Cena's year.
Just like every year since 2005.
Listen, Rock, you didn't beat me. I beat me.
John saying you didn't beat me, I beat me is the most pathetic excuse I have ever heard in my life. Bullshit, John. Rock beat you. Get over it. It's hard to hear, but you can hear a boring chant, and the crowd is right. This match was boring from the start to the finish.
This crowd's split 50-50. Half for The Rock, half for John Cena.
Actually, 10% for John, 10% for Rock, and 80% for I don't give a fuck about this match.
STF!
That's not even close to being an STF. John doesn't have the leg hooked and his arms aren't crossed. This is either a crossface or a headlock.
He got it! And Cena kicks out!
I'm just gonna go ahead and add in sins for the many finishers that were kicked out of like they were regular moves. John survived 3 rock bottoms and a people's elbow, which is bullshit to begin with, and Rock survived a rock bottom and 2 attitude adjustments before succumbing to the 3rd. So that's a total of 7 sins added for 7 finishers that did not get the victory. Also, it took 8 fucking finishers to end this boring, unnecessary match. For the last 6 minutes of this match, all these guys were doing was throwing punches and hitting finishers. They literally had nothing else to show. What a waste.
Rock countered! The Rock has him!
At this point, you guys are just stalling for time. John kicking out of everything like he's the Undertaker is just dumb as fuck, and it really annoyed me that these 2 legends treated their finishers like they were just regular moves. Thank you. I was literally almost passed out at this point. You know what would have made up for this pathetic rematch? If John suddenly turned heel. I would have literally removed the sins I put in for this match if John did that. Also, you guys are best buddies now? Whatever happened to I don't like you? You both have won against each other and you say, ah, fuck it, let's go have a beer backstage and be best friends. Also, let me address one final thing. It's The Rock's so-called injuries that he suffered during this match. They say he tore his pelvis and adductor muscle and was still able to perform for the next 15 minutes of the match. I know for a fact that if those injuries really did occur, Rock wouldn't have been able to perform his finishers that well or do good in the remainder of the match. Plus, he wouldn't have been able to celebrate with John without being in a lot of pain. This is the most over-exaggerated injury statement I have ever heard. The Rock lost the match, yet it's his theme that plays.